Hello, I think we are live. Hello, everybody. So my name is Shemaine, and I am Head of Youth Engagement for LTSB. And I have some of my colleague, Chris, and two of our budding, apprentices today on the call as well, who will be talking to everyone who's here today about their journey and answering any questions that anyone has. But I'd like everyone to introduce themselves. I think that would be better. So yeah, my name's Shemaine. I'm Head of Youth Engagement for LTSB. Chris?
My name's Chris Oliver, and I am a Programme Manager at Leadership Through Sport and Business. I kind of look over some of the programmes that we'll be talking to you guys about today.
And Eunice?
Hi everyone, thanks for having me on the call today. My name is Eunice, and I'm currently an Assistant Relationship Manager Apprentice at NatWest Group.
Mikkel?
Yeah, and I'm Mikkel, and I am a Data Analyst Apprentice at NatWest Group.
Thank you. So how we're going to kind of run the next 25 minutes or so is basically just talk about LTSB, what we do, kind of introduce the programs that we have available, because we do have quite a few apprenticeship opportunities for anyone that is looking for apprentices across the UK. So I'll go into a bit of detail about that with Chris. And then we'll do a bit of a Q&A with Eunice and Mikkel, just to kind of let them talk about their apprenticeship journey, what they're doing, and then we can open the floor to any questions that anyone may have, or we can just ask some more that come off the top of our heads while we're here. Just to kind of start off really, LTSB, we are a social mobility charity. So we work across the UK and we work in a number of different locations, and I have written this down because there is 9. So we work in London, Bristol, Southend, Birmingham, Belfast, Liverpool, Manchester, Edinburgh and Greenock. And what we concentrate on is getting young people between the ages of 16 to 24 into meaningful careers, and that is in apprenticeships, traineeships. And how we do that is that we run a number of different employability programs, which range from 2 weeks long to 12 weeks long. These employability programs are there to get our young people who come onto our programs work ready. So preparing them for the world of work through a number of different ways, such as running critical thinking sessions, interview prep, CV workshops, and then looking at case studies of young people who have been with us before, looking at presentation skills, having guest speakers come in and join us, a number of different activities we run. And at the end of these employability sessions, our young people are then put in front of employers to then gain apprenticeships. And some of the programs that we have lead employers at the end, and some of them we have a number of different employers. So we do have a recruitment process, and that is that every program that we have is available on our website, and you can apply directly through there and find out a lot more information about our program specifically. Me and Chris will talk about that in a second. And then when you apply, you will then get an email saying your application has been received, and you will go through to an interview stage, a successful application. We'll then have a quick chat with you just to find out a bit more about you, ask you a few questions that you put on your application. If you've been successful at application, you'll then go through to a group assessment. And all this is done online as well, which is where our boot camps are at the moment. They are all online because COVID. Hopefully that won't be for too much longer. So you'll go through to a group assessment and basically get to see some other people that are applying for the program as well. We'll get to see you in action, really, how you communicate, look at a number of different skills. And then if you have been successful, we'll invite you to attend the pre-employability bootcamp. So that is a recruitment process, basically. So the actual programs that we have available, that are available now to apply for, are our business and finance programs, both in London and Liverpool. We have our paralegal program, which is actually starting next week. It's the first time we've done this program. So it's for any budding law students that are in Leeds, Leeds, Birmingham, Manchester, and London and Liverpool. We have our NatWest Contact Centre program, which is for anyone looking to do customer service in a contact centre. And we also have our digital and data program that is up and coming. Applications are not open yet, but they will be the end of February. So basically, our business and finance program, I'll start with that one. We are looking for young people that are between the ages of 18 to 21 in London, and that program is looking to start March, April time. That program is around 10 to 12 weeks long, part-time, so it's online, and it is at the side of actually studying at college as well. So you'll be doing an AAT qualification at college, and also then attending LTSB sessions once, twice a week maximum, to kind of build on your work ready skills. And at the end of the 10 to 12 weeks, you will then be interviewing with employers that we work with for an apprenticeship to start as soon as possible. So that at the moment is in London. We have a separate business and finance program that is specifically for LTSB students in Liverpool. And our end and lead employer for this one is actually BDO, which is a top accountancy and business advisory firm. They have 10 traineeship basically available for LTSB students specifically. It's a shorter program, and it is full-time and in partnership with the LFC Foundation as well. So you will not only be doing work ready skills, but you will also be gaining a level 2, I think it is, or level 3 sports leaders award at the same time. And that is basically getting you ready for an interview specifically with BDO for a traineeship as well. So this is all available on our website to apply and find out more information. And any questions as well, please don't hesitate to ask, but you can also find our email details, etc. on there as well to get in touch. Our paralegal program is starting next week, and we are interviewing at the moment. We're interviewing for all these programs, but paralegal is starting next week. So if you are really interested, it is an apply now to get a slot potentially, because we are filling up very fast. It's been very popular. And that is for any young people between the ages of 18 to 24 that are looking for a paralegal apprenticeship, basically, with a lot of different employers that we're working with. And that is Manchester, Birmingham, Liverpool, and Leeds and London. And I'm going to let Chris speak now, and then I'll just talk about our digital and data afterwards. But Chris, do you want to talk about the contact centre programme?
Yeah. Thank you for that, Shemaine. So yeah, I'm delighted to give an overview of the contact centre programme that I manage at the moment. So we spread across in 5 locations for this particular opportunity that we have with NatWest Bank. So we spread across Liverpool, Belfast, Greenock, Edinburgh and Southend. In 2022, we're looking at running 12 different programmes throughout the year. Over 150 apprenticeships available across those 5 different locations. So we're very excited about this opportunity. It's open to young people between the ages of 16 to 24. No qualifications needed. So if anybody feels like they can't get a career in business or finance because they didn't do well at school or they didn't get the necessary grades, this is an opportunity to get on that career ladder, really. So this is an opportunity to come through our program, through our intense boot camps, our training camps that we run. Our young people go across and do insight days at NatWest Bank, and then they will interview with the line managers at NatWest Bank to gain those apprenticeships at the end of it. So yeah, we're really excited about that. And this is an apprenticeship which could lead on to bigger and better things. And that's the longer term plan here, is apprenticeships which then lead on to full-time positions, permanent jobs at NatWest, and you can gravitate throughout different areas of the bank from there then, really. So yeah, that's our contact centre programme with NatWest.
That's great. Cheers. So another lead employer that we are working with, as Chris mentioned, is NatWest, and we do have another programme that we've run the past 2-3 years now. Our partnership with NatWest is we're in our 3rd year. And it's our digital data and customer service apprenticeship program, which is where Eunice and Mikkel have actually come from. And that's where they started on our employability program partnership with NatWest, and they are apprentices there now. So we are looking to open applications for our digital data and customer service apprenticeship programs end of February, if not sooner, because we do have a lot of applications coming in for this program. It's extremely popular, so we need to open them a bit earlier than they actually start this year round to actually get through the applications. So this program will be about 3 weeks long, really coming from about May, June time. So we're looking at a summer program. For young people between the ages of 16 to 24 who are interested in apprenticeships such as data analyst, software developer, financial customer service, so actually working in the bank face-to-face. If you go into a bank, then people that you see there, as well as in the office as well. So financial customer service, digital user experience, and digital solutions and technology apprenticeships, ranging from level 3s to level 6s, so degree apprenticeships as well in the digital user experience. There is information on our website about them if you want to find out more. We are taking register your interest in these programs on Rate My Apprenticeship, which is where we do advertise for our apprenticeship. So if you are interested and want to receive a notification as soon as they open, please go onto the website Rate My Apprenticeship and you can register your interest for our digital data and customer service programs there. But they're amazing. They're really good programs. I'm pretty sure Eunice and Mikhail will talk about them very, very shortly as to kind of what they experience. They're experiencing their apprenticeships now. So I'm going to stop talking for a minute and I'm going to pass it over to Chris to kind of start introducing the first speaker and kind of ask the first question as well. And we'll hand it over to these amazing two people that we have on our call now. So over to you, Chris.
Yeah, thanks for that, Chaz. I think this is the point where this is nice and powerful because these are young people who obviously wanted these careers and came through our doors as well. So it's powerful that we've got our young people on telling them about the journey that they've been on. So I'll go to Eunice first, if that's okay. So firstly, Eunice, tell us a little bit about yourself, mate. What was your journey into this apprenticeship? What were you doing before LTSB, and I suppose what you're doing now?
Yeah, thanks, Chris. So hi guys, once again, my name is Eunice. So a bit about myself. I am from Birmingham. I've lived in Birmingham my whole life. Some of my hobbies include I do love playing all sports. That includes tennis, basketball, swimming, cricket, but in particular football. I did used to play for a football academy back in the days, just after I left school. So that would have been Wolverhampton Wanderers, if anyone that is aware of that. It's a little town just near Birmingham. Just before I did join the program with LTSB, straight after I finished school, I went into college. I studied my college 2 years, which I studied business studies and IT. And after that, I was considering of going to uni, which is what this is all about, apprentices and joining university. I wasn't quite fond with going university. I don't think university is a bad thing. I have no issues with anyone going to university. I think it's a great idea. But with my career and what I wanted to do, I was always passionate and thriving to deliver that strong customer relation and customer service experience to the customers, and banking was one of my main intentions of going into. I came across LTSB through some of the work experiences that I did, and as well researching them for plenty of time. I came across LTSB through researching them, and as soon as I seen NatWest Bank, I had to apply for it only because of how NatWest Bank is a leading bank of the UK, and the types of opportunities that come within the bank itself, and the culture of NatWest Bank is amazing, and this is the type of surrounding that I want to be around, and I'm glad to be around with. And where I am now, it's I'm really grateful, and thanks to all the support from the LTSB members, I've secured a apprenticeship with NatWest Bank. So the journey has been quite tough, but it's been rewarding at the end.
Brilliant, mate. Thank you for answering that question. Shaz, do you want to take the next one?
Yeah, thank you very much, Eunice. That was great. Hi, Mikhail.
Hello.
Hello. So it's kind of a similar question to you, really. Tell us a bit about yourself, your apprenticeship journey, and how LTSB kind of helped you into your career with NatWest.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Mikhail, as I said. I'm a data analysis apprentice for NatWest Group. And I would say my apprenticeship journey started probably about 2 years ago. I had gone to college, but I ended up quitting it in order to join the Royal Navy initially. But unfortunately, I found out that I have a spinal defect. I had to have multiple surgeries for that. And obviously, you can't really join the Navy if you're not physically capable. So I was stuck in a little bit of a conundrum with no qualifications and iffy prospects because of that. My two options really were doing an access course or trying to find an apprenticeship that suited me. Initially, I opted for access course, obviously, because I wanted to go to university. I wanted to, have a nice little certificate to show, a nice little qualification, go and do economics. But I found that sitting in your room and doing lessons all day and not really having that much to show for it, not being able to support the people around you wasn't for me. So I started looking for apprenticeships, started looking for work. I went to my job centre, and it's there that I first heard about LTSB, who took me through the recruitment process and taught me a lot of really useful things. The 3-week boot camp I was part of was probably the best 3 weeks of my life in terms of education, in terms of actually using the skills that I'm being taught. We did all sorts of things: presentation skills, interview skills, star technique, that sort of stuff. And it's been crucial to my career development so far. I'm very grateful for everything that they've done for me.
Oh, thank you very much, Mikhail. Very nice of you. Chris?
No, amazing. It's probably a good point to say that we haven't paid our young people
No.
to do this with that bombshell. But no, it's very kind words, Mikhail. And I was quite close to Mikhail throughout that process and saw how much he grew, and he's achieving everything that he wanted to and more. And he will achieve even more in NatWest. So. With that being said, then, so both of you guys now at NatWest and nicely settled in, I hope. This question's for both of you, really. So tell us a little bit about what a typical day looks like at NatWest. So I don't know if you want to go first, Eunice, and then pass over to Mikhail.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Thanks once again. As I've mentioned earlier, my role right now at NatWest is an assistant relationship manager. So a typical day in my role will be responding to emails from customers on a daily basis. I'll have different types of inquiries. Things could be entailing of calling the credit card services, how a customer can be authorized for a new account, or things could be opening in new current business accounts for my customers, amending bank mandates for the customers if they want to remove or if they want to add any signatories, and also chasing customers and calling and emailing customers. For the different management accounts or financial accounts, and how we can use those to renew the future facilities within the bank. And also with my role now, I am 4 months in, so I'm grateful. As I've mentioned before, I have been given my own portfolio in looking after some of the customers of my own, so I am having to chase up my customers, and we work along with KPMG, the help desk, I have to call and check for the reports, and if all the documents are updated from the customer side, and if they're not, then I am having to again call and email my customers to ensure the documents are prepared, and making them aware of what can happen within the accounts if they're not due on time. So again, updating my portfolio on a daily basis and reconciling them with my line manager to ensure that everything is going accordingly. And again, things like preparing meetings. So we have to have meetings with our customers for their annual reviews on a monthly basis. Coordinating with my diary and with my line managers and also the customers, so giving them the options and what times are available. And so when I'm attending the meetings, I do have to prepare for the meeting briefs and ensure we discuss all the important things. So as NatWest Bank, as I touched on earlier, about their culture, is really about making a sustainable environment and tackling all the climate change. So we do have to raise that with our customers. So speaking about their business growth and how they want to plan forwards, and what are their plans, and what are their plans for the economy, how they want to make sure the climate is a good place and surrounded with. And whilst I'm in the meeting with the customers, I do prepare the meeting notes. After the meeting, me and my line manager will discuss what kind of bank facilities we can reward them with, if they want to extend, or if they want to renew, or if they want to do anything further. So we will send that across. I'll send that across to my line manager. And also we work closely with our portfolio manager, who he kindly prepares all our renew facilities with our customers. So there's quite a variety that goes on a daily basis. There's every day it's not the same. Every single day is a new day with different tasks, and that's the fun part about my role.
Brilliant, Eunice. And Mikhail, what about yourself, mate?
Yeah, I have to echo Eunice's ending words there. Every day is quite different. It's never the same. I work on the HR consultancy practice portfolio team. So my days largely revolve around helping the consultants with various issues and trying to enable them to do their job better. Usually I start my day off, I wake up at 8:55 and I log on at 9, obviously, being 20 years old. Cup of tea, log on, check my emails. We usually have a morning catch-up call in a little quasi-scrum team where I have an opportunity to verbalize any blockers to my work, any issues I've been having, so that my very kind teammates can support me with any issues I've been having. Usually, I run a lot of the run activities within the consultancy practice, which means regular reporting, dashboards, sending lots of stats to the head of the consultancy practice. All of that, I've been given all the boring things from the other consultants, really. Just offload it onto the apprentice so that you can learn how to do everything. Recently, I've been put on a project to start creating a new resource tracker for our practice, which is a nice big database with all the colleagues and their details, what sort of employment they have, what their working hours are, what teams they're on, and that sort of stuff, so that we can better compile it all and collate that data for the reports and for the dashboards that we produce to have a better idea of our resourcing situation in the practice. So the initial first 4 months were quite hard in terms of being thrown in deep end with all the really complicated, outdated legacy systems and trying to work everything out. But it's getting more interesting, especially now that I'm being given more autonomy in terms of creating my own tools and trying to add my own value to the company.
No, thank you for that, lads. I really appreciate it. And you hopefully soon be running that place very soon as well, by all accounts. Shaz, you got the next question?
Yeah, definitely. Kind of just to mention as well, yeah, so obviously Eunice and Mikhail, with apprentices, you obviously start and you're learning everything, and then as time goes on, you start to be given your own workloads and your own projects, and it's nice to see that you guys are at that stage now of you doing your own thing, and you inform and you can teach obviously your line managers, etc., some things as well sometimes. So it's great to see you moving up. Kind of quickly then, both of you guys, what's the best thing about doing an apprenticeship, you would say, at the moment? If you could summarise, what's the best thing? We'll go Eunice first.
So definitely, it's the best thing about doing an apprenticeship is the fact that you are learning every single day. It's new theory and new information that helps you advance your skills and also your knowledge in the sector that you are at, and definitely excelling all the skills, the qualities, the attributes that you have, and developing them and building yourself as a character and as an individual. And this can show in the performance in itself. Some of the best things about the apprenticeship, and not just my apprenticeship, but I'm sure in all the apprenticeships that you go into, is the team building, is the networking, and just meeting the new people that you're working with, and also the seniors within the organization, because you learn from them. You can ask them so many type of questions about and get tips and knowledge from them that can really help with the way you maneuver in your role, and also apply that into your daily life as well. You learn different type of skills. You learn to teamwork, negotiate, communication. And the fact about apprenticeship is that there's always support, and not just where I am, but there's always support wherever you are stuck or wherever you need help on. You don't have to have that fear of asking questions. I've always been told, and from the LTSP programs that I was at in the 3 weeks, and just growing up, there is no such thing as a silly question. And honestly, there isn't. There's always things to learn. And at the end of the day, if you have a question, honestly ask for it, because you'll never know, and you'll be stuck in your head, and it's just always best just to clear it. And at the end of the day, with the apprenticeship, you have that solid of qualification that you do, and then you'll obtain. So the foundation of the apprenticeship is that you get that qualification, and you'll advance from it, and this will be with you throughout your whole life. And again, the support bodies that you get with the apprenticeship, again, not just where I am, but you are aligned to a support body in which whatever you need help with, or whatever you need revisiting of, you always can go back to them. And that's the best part. And it's just the support again, that is there from anyone within the organization. It's incredible. They're always willing to help you and seeing you progress and succeed, and give you that extra time as well, with whatever you need. If you don't understand it the very first time, you can always go back.
Yeah,
and there'll be no hesitation.
Thank you, Eunice. And Mikkel?
The best thing for me, personally, it has to be the hands-on experience aspect of it. I've touched on this a little bit before, but I can't just go into something, spend 2 years learning things, and then only have a certificate to show for it. It doesn't appeal to me anymore. I like being able to go to work every day, learn something new, and then have something to show for it. You've taught me to make a database. Here is a database I've made. Here's evidence that I can do this. I like having this portfolio of work that I can use to evidence my capability, and also build up my own little self-esteem doing that. It's really nice to have that little document where you've got all your tens of projects, and you have to say, yeah, I made all of that.
Great, thank you. I think we've literally almost run out of time now. So I guess, Chris, you just want to pick one person just to give for your last question, really?
Yeah. I mean, I think obviously there's a lot of people who are looking on here today who either going for apprenticeships, or want to know more information, or there's training providers here who are probably looking to place some young people into apprenticeships as well. I'll pick on Mikkel this time, if that's all right. So in your opinion, what advice would you give to any young people who are looking for an apprenticeship, whether it's LTSB or whether it's just in general?
My main piece of advice is to really do your research and not just jump into an apprenticeship on impulse. Really research who you'll be working for, who your apprenticeship provider will be, what the future prospects of a qualification will be, because having an apprenticeship for 2 years and being paid to do for it is a big responsibility. And I think it's important for young people to realize that when they jump into these 2 years, they need to make sure that they're investing their time into something they actually will get a use out of.
Great. Thank you very much, Mikael, and thank you very much, Eunice, as well, for answering them questions. Just to kind of round up then, for anyone that is listening, like I said before, we have a lot of different opportunities available for young people between the ages of 16 and 24, available on our website, which is www.ltsb.charity. A lot more information. We're happy to take, obviously, emails from anyone that is interested, that has any further questions. Any training providers happy to talk further. Any young people, please email if you've got any questions before you apply. We are happy to help as much as we can. The main purpose of LTSB is to help young people from disadvantaged backgrounds into meaningful careers in the programs that we run. So that is what we want to do, and that is what we are doing. We placed 291 young people last year in 2021 into apprenticeships. And we hope to place many more as the years go on. So thank you, Mikael, and thank you, Eunice, for joining us today and kind of sharing your wisdom and your journey. Thank you, Chris, for obviously joining as well today. And Kasim, I'll pass back on to you if that's okay.